Welcome back, and now quickly getting you another update. Anil Deshmukh, remember, has skipped ED summons for a third time today. While he's camping in the national capital, he was supposed to appear before the agency in Mumbai. What he's also done is he's sought protection from the Supreme Court and meanwhile has written to the Enforcement Directorate saying that the ongoing investigation and the probe is not transparent and the agency is only trying to gather evidence and is hell-bent on doing the same. We have Rhythm Anand Bhardwaj joining us on the phone line. Rhythm, three important points here. Firstly, for the third time, Anil Deshmukh skipping ED summons while he continues to be in the national capital. He sought protection from the Supreme Court. So take us through those details. And he's also written to the Enforcement Directorate, once again saying that the ongoing investigation is not transparent.
Absolutely, Crispin. He's doing all this in panic, and just tell our viewers that as we are speaking, the Bombay High Court continues hearing the plea that is filed by Anil Deshmukh, who says that the CBI investigation against him should be quashed. He says the FIR rather should be quashed. There should be no CBI investigation against him. Senior advocate of the Bombay High Court, Amit Desai, who's appearing for him, is arguing before the bench of Justice Shinde before the Bombay High Court as we are speaking. Now the court has asked the ASG Aman Lekhi, senior advocate, to give in sealed envelope what is pending before the CBI investigation. As the CBI investigation is being looked at there, the ED summons are being missed at by Anil Deshmukh. So this is a parallel investigation which Anil Deshmukh is not joining. He says the probe is not transparent. Simultaneously, what Anil Deshmukh, in a state of complete panic, does is move to the Supreme Court and says, give me non-coercive action relief, which is very clear. It's clear that he's running from court to court, saying that the agencies are not doing the probe in transparency, whereas the agencies have clarified before the Bombay High Court that everything that's being done in the case is being done in proper due course. Let me also tell you that when he goes there, he's missing out on the summons. The summons is being sent to him in connection with the money laundering case that is allegedly linked to the bribery racket that was operated by Sachin Vaze. In the letter that he has sent to the ED, he's been asked to appear, but he says that I have moved to the Supreme Court, and therefore the third time Deshmukh misses the summons, skips the summons by the ED through his lawyers, and he says I cannot be turning up there. Also remember, at the same time, two people have been arrested in the case who are extremely close to Anil Deshmukh. On 25th June, the ED had also raided Deshmukh's residences in Nagpur and Mumbai. The case against him that the ED is following was registered on 11th May. Following, remember, that explosive letter from Parambir, who claimed Deshmukh had asked Vaze to collect 100 crore rupees every month from hotels and pubs in Mumbai. He calls these allegations false, but the larger picture is he's refusing to join the probe, Christine. Now, as I'm speaking, we give our viewers what's happening in Bombay High Court, because that hearing becomes so crucial as his lawyer suddenly last night comes out and gives a reaction that Deshmukh Saab has now filed this particular plea in the Supreme Court saying what action should be taken. To put it simply, he is in panic and therefore he moves to the Supreme Court saying that no coercive should be taken, which clearly gives us an indication that Anil Deshmukh believes he could be arrested in one of the cases. Remember, this is the Vasuli gate that has come back to haunt Anil Deshmukh. After skipping two summons, he also misses the summons that have to be happening, that have been given by the ED today. Not only this, what is also critical to see is the way in the High Court, his lawyers continue saying that the approach of the CBI in their affidavit shows that there's an intrinsic connection in the other cases. So they're always trying to ensure that the FIR should also be quashed when it comes to the main FIR filed against Anil Deshmukh. His lawyers, and I'm going to give you great details of the Bombay High Court hearing, Prithvi, that's happening right now. Desai continues to say under the State Police Act, the transfer and postings has to be done by the state government. When the CBI affidavit is filed, they have said because he was minister, approval would not have been given under under certain sections. Crime will not go undetected or investigation. So basically, they are trying. Deshmukh's counsels are trying to distance him from what has been stated in the FIR was the crime that was done that Parambir had alleged. Parambir had said two things. He had said that there was an extortion racket that was being carried out by Sachin Vaze, and this was being also managed by allegedly Anil Deshmukh, who was the Home Minister of Maharashtra at that time. The The second thing he had said is the postings and transfers that were being done were also being looked at by former Home Minister, allegedly, Anil Deshmukh. To both these things, his lawyers are countering this in the Bombay High Court. Simultaneously, summons are being given in the money laundering case by the ED that are being skipped by him. Simultaneously, he moves to Supreme Court saying no coercive action should be taken against him. It's very clear in a state of panic. He's trying to ensure all legal remedies are taken. But the laws of the land are very clear. If something wrong has been done, then Anil Deshmukh will have to face the music and the law.
Absolutely. While he's saying that, the investigations are not transparent, the central agency is making it very clear that Vaze gave the money to Shinde, which was subsequently routed to Deshmukh's charitable trust through shell companies in Delhi. Rhythm, we'll leave it at that with you. And we'll keep coming back to you for more on the updates we're picking up from the court. But Alicia is also joining us on this broadcast from outside the ED office in Mumbai. Alicia, we're given to understand that for the third time, though Anil Deshmukh has not appeared before the agency and has once again given out the same excuses that he has been the last two times as well. His lawyer did indeed turn up. What is it that the lawyer is maintaining at this point in time, even as Anil Deshmukh constantly, while seeking protection from the top court, is saying that the ongoing investigations by the Enforcement Directorate are not transparent?
देखिए बिल्कुल ईडी ऑफिस में जहां पर अब अनिल देशमुख के लॉयर जहां पर गए हैं और करीबन 1 घंटे से ज़्यादा समय हो चुका है, जहां पर अनिल देशमुख के लॉयर एडवोकेट इंद्रपाल सिंह जो कि एक लेटर देकर, जो लेटर खुद अनिल देशमुख ने ईडी को लिखा गया था। देखिए उस लेटर में कहीं ना कहीं पर अगर उसको देखा जाए, जिसमें 3 चीज़ें खास तौर पर मेंशन की गई है। पहला, जहां पर 25 जून को जहां ईडी की ओर से अनिल देशमुख के मुंबई और नागपुर रेसिडेंट पर जो रेड कंडक्ट किया गया था, जिसके बाद अनिल देशमुख को पहला समन भेजा गया था और 26 जून को अनिल देशमुख को ईडी ऑफिस में आकर अपना बयान दर्ज करना था। लेकिन उनके एडवोकेट के जरिए फिर से एक नोटिस दी गई थी, जिसमें साफ तौर पर यह रिक्वेस्ट की गई थी कि ईडी जो है उनको इस पूरे केस से रिलेटेड जो डॉक्यूमेंट्स है, जो भी एनेक्सर जो है वो अनिल देशमुख को प्रोवाइड करे, क्योंकि अगर अनिल देशमुख खुद यहाँ पर रिकॉर्ड करने के लिए आता है स्टेटमेंट, तो उस दौरान उस डॉक्यूमेंट को लाया जाए। लेकिन वो न देते हुए उसके बावजूद सेकंड समन जो है वो 28 जून को अनिल देशमुख को फिर से ईडी की ओर से दी गई थी, जो कि सेकंड समन था। उस सेकंड समन को भी अनिल देशमुख ने स्किप किया, ये कहते हुए कि 25 जून को जहां पर उनके घर पर रेड हुई थी, उस दौरान कई लोगों से वो मिले थे और इस कोविड सिचुएशन को देखते हुए, जहां पर उनके एज और उनके हेल्थ साइट को देते हुए जो है वो ईडी ऑफिस में अपना जो है फिजिकली आकर अपना बयान दर्ज नहीं कर सकते। ईडी जो है उनका स्टेटमेंट ऑडियो या फिर विजुअल के जो है वीडियो के जरिए जो है उनका स्टेटमेंट रिकॉर्ड कर सकती है। यानी सेकंड समन्स भी जो है वो अनिल देशमुख ने स्किप किया गया था, लेकिन इसके बावजूद थर्ड समन
It has been giving out a lot of evidences, isn't it, Alicia, especially after the raids that were conducted at his residence following the arrest of 2 of his close aides. So let's see how this plays out in days to come, as the matter is also being taken up in the court as we speak. Thank you for those details.